Hi, I'm Bonnie Spindler, the Victorian specialist, and I have the distinct honor of inviting you to one of Petaluma's only 4 Julia Morgan design properties. It hasn't been on the market since 1973. You're getting to see a sneak peek of what this property looks like, and also you could possibly make it your own. Welcome to the tour of 707 D Street in Petaluma, built in 1911 by Julia Morgan. Julia Morgan was born in the middle of the Victorian era, and at a time when most women got married, had kids, and may or may not have finished high school, Julia Morgan was the very first woman to get a civil engineering degree from the University of California, Berkeley. She was also the first woman to be accepted into the École des Beaux-Arts in Paris for architecture. And that was a big deal, just getting in. It was major tests. And it took her 3 years to get in, and she had to learn French so that she could understand her classes. After that, she graduated from the Beaux-Arts, the first woman to ever do so, and came back to the United States and was the first woman to get her license for architecture in the state of California. This is a trailblazing woman, a woman of firsts, an entrepreneur, and someone who constantly pushed the boundaries both for women during an age of suffrage and for herself to maintain her independence. She never married, she never had children, but she had her career and she absolutely loved it. In many, many ways, Julia Morgan is my hero. You'll notice throughout the house, there is a lot of material that would become the first Bay Area tradition with Bernard Maybach, her teacher, and others in the Bay Area. And at a time when furniture was freestanding, like a pier mirror would have been standing in the corner, Julia Morgan built it into the wall or into a door so that it was part of the architecture. She got a lot of criticism over the years for designing so many different styles. Each time she came to a new project, it might be a different architectural style. She said that she designed projects from the inside out based on the client need. So she decided what they wanted and needed, or what they said they wanted and needed. She designed the inside out, and then the house would suggest itself. It would reveal itself. The style would reveal itself, which I think is really very Michelangelo. I really love that concept, and I haven't heard it before. So Julia Morgan designed in a lot of different styles, but that doesn't make any of them less beautiful or more interesting. Julia Morgan designed just 4 houses in Petaluma, ranging in time frame from 1911 to 1935. There was 210 West, an Italian Renaissance villa, 14 Martha Street, a Cape Cod Georgian revival, 15 Brown, a New England Federal style, and 707 D Street, which is a Prairie style with craftsman overtones. Welcome to the library. In 1911, California passed the law allowing women to vote. Suffrage wouldn't be passed on a national basis for many, many years. Julia Morgan commented that she thought it was a much easier place to work, California, than other places because they were so accepting of women in the workplace. One of her very first jobs was for the Hearst family, and little did she know she would go on to work for them for 20 years. And her second job as an independent architect was for Mill College. Mills College had her build a bell tower, a campanile, and the library. And she used her civil engineering skills from Berkeley to help design it because she was aware earthquakes could happen in California. When the 1906 earthquake struck, neither of her two commissions were damaged at all, while other buildings at Mills College fell, and of course large parts of San Francisco. When people found out how successful her designs were in the earthquake, she got other huge commissions, such as remodeling the Fairmont Hotel after the 1906 earthquake and fire. Unfortunately, the original Julia Morgan kitchen was gutted, looks to be about the 60s. But the good news is that we have all the original architectural plans, and amongst it, the details for all of the built-ins, all of the cabinets. So if you cared to rebuild Julia Morgan's kitchen to her original specs and design, including the cabinets, you could do so. Adjacent to the kitchen is what used to be a screened-in porch. The screens are still on the outside of the house. They just sort of closed it in on the inside. I think it would be quite lovely to open it back up as a porch. But there is a wood-burning fireplace in this area, access to the utilities and basement downstairs, and also in a circular fashion for the floor plan, a way back to the back hall and the upstairs. One of my favorite features is this lovely thing. It's for the side door, it's a porte cochere. When your guests arrived, the car would pull in, let you out, you'd enter the side, and there's a coat closet there by the door. Perfect for entertaining. So fancy, a porte cochere. At the back of the house, there is a bright and sunny, filled with windows room that has 2 walk-in closets, a pier mirror, and an ensuite bathroom. It's really a lovely room, and I can imagine staying in this room endless hours. Julia Morgan's first job out of the École was in 1899 for John Galen Howard. He was a very big shot New York architect, and he hired her to work on the Stanford and California Berkeley buildings. She worked on the mining building for him, and she worked on the Greek theater. He joked that he had the most talented, best designer in the business, and he could pay her almost nothing because she was a woman. Because she wasn't being paid well and because she felt her work wasn't appreciated, she left his employ and started her own business in 1903. First out of her parents' home, and then in 1904 got her license for architecture, and she was off to the races. Looking out over D Street and spectacular sycamore trees is the primary suite. This window is so astonishing, so beautiful, and all of the panes open so that you can let the fresh air in. There's a Jack and Jill bath here that was enclosed to make it a private bath for this bedroom, and a gigantic walk-in closet. The second bedroom almost feels like a sleeping porch. Rows of windows that look out into the side yard, which would pick up nice breezes from the ocean. This is where the floor plan has been changed fairly dramatically, but it's a sign of the times. This room back over here was a sewing room because everybody made their own clothes. This was a huge walk-in closet, and then just beyond was an outside porch, which at some point they enclosed. Also on this floor, talking about the times, was a trunk room, which was a room specifically designed just to hold shipping trunks so that when you traveled, you had a place to put your trunks when you came home. And then also a maid's room. And the maid's room has a spiral staircase not only to the kitchen, but all the way down to the laundry in the basement. Overall, the house is a little over 3,000 square feet, and the lot is over 8,000 square feet. There's an independent garage at the back, and there's a redwood in the backyard. There are so many things I can't even cover about the house in a short video like this. But it is no wonder that after her death, Julia Morgan was given the American Institute of Architects Gold Medal Award. And once again, she was the first woman to receive it. Our woman of firsts, Julia Morgan. Thank you so much for joining me for this little retrospective of her Petaluma work. I'm Bonnie Spindler, the Victorian specialist, and I hope to see you again soon.